In a lush forest nestled between towering mountains, there lived a young eagle named Arin. Born high on a cliff ledge, he was the son of the mightiest eagle in the region. His father soared above the clouds, piercing the skies with effortless grace. His mother had eyes that could see miles away and wings that danced with the wind. Arin had inherited the same mighty wings, the same fierce eyes, but he had never flown. Why? Because Arin was raised in comfort. His nest was large and soft, built by his parents with painstaking love. They brought him food every day, fresh fish, warm rabbits, and even treats they found in human villages. Arin never needed to hunt. He never needed to leave the nest. And slowly he began to believe something dangerous. Maybe I don't need to fly. A safe ledge. Each morning, Arin would stretch his wings, feel the breeze, and watch his siblings glide into the sky. They encouraged him to try. They told him how the air feels under your feathers, how the sun warms your back when you soar. But Arin always had an excuse. It's too windy today. Maybe tomorrow. What if I fall? So he stayed, perched, watching life from a distance. Time passed, and Arin grew bigger. But with size came weight, and the longer he waited, the harder it became to believe he could ever fly. His muscles grew weaker, his fear grew stronger, and his wings, once full of promise, began to forget their purpose. A storm arrives. One night, a violent storm hit the mountains. Lightning cracked the sky, and rain lashed the nest. A powerful gust of wind tore through the trees and struck Arin's ledge. The nest began to shake. Then crack, the edge of the cliff gave way. Arin's nest broke apart, and he tumbled into the stormy air. For the first time in his life, there was no ground beneath him. He screamed in panic, wings flailing, body spiraling downward. But instinct buried deep inside him kicked in. He opened his wings wide. The wind caught them. And suddenly, he wasn't falling. He was flying. The first flight. The wind roared in his ears. The rain stung his face. But something inside him ignited. He flapped his wings, clumsily at first, then with rhythm, with power. He soared past trees, over ridges, through the heart of the storm. Fear turned into focus, panic into pride. For the first time, he wasn't being carried, he was carrying himself. By morning, the storm cleared. The sun rose gently over the mountain peaks, and there was Arin circling high above the valley. He laughed. Not because it was easy, but because he'd finally done what he was born to do. The message. So many of us are like Arin, born to fly, but choosing to perch. We stay in comfort because it's familiar, not because it fulfills us. We talk ourselves out of our greatness. We shrink to fit into spaces we've outgrown. We trade our wings for safety. But storms come for a reason. Life will push you when you won't push yourself. And when you're forced out of the nest, when you're falling, you might just discover that you were never meant to stay grounded. You were meant to soar. Moral of the story. Evie, staying in your comfort zone may feel safe, but it slowly steals your strength. True growth begins when you take the leap, when you trust your wings, even if they haven't been used before.